Hey guys, welcome back to BigK Crypto. Today I'm just going to be doing more of a documentation of where I'm at in passive income stream, okay? How I'm doing with my passive income, and in fact what I'm doing with my passive income. I'm using that word quite a lot, I know. I'm not going to edit them out, but the idea is to reach financial freedom, okay? The idea is to be able to not have to worry about when the next paycheck is coming in and to not worry about how those bills are going to get paid. Fortunately, through my various years of being in crypto, I have managed to attain that, and I'm constantly evolving in the crypto space and constantly looking for the next thing and making sure that I've got 4, 5, 6 different streams of income coming in, crypto or non-crypto, just to keep supplementing the lifestyle that I like to live. It's not too lavish, but I like comfort, all right? I don't like that extra stress. If you saw one of my previous videos where I talk about passive income a little bit, you'll remember that I spoke a little bit about not having all your eggs in one basket. Of course, it's a very common saying. However, it's very difficult to not do that because we're so focused on our career or we're so focused on one particular thing. You want to diversify. You want to have various income streams feeding in money to your bank account or to your crypto wallet or whatever weekly, right? And you want to just see that and go, yeah, okay, that flight I wanted to do in the summer, paid for. That sofa I had on a interest loan, paid off. All these kind of things that, you know, hinder on top of you like a little rain cloud could become far more comfortable if you do this properly. Now, I'm not saying that my ways are the proper way. Everybody needs to find their own pockets. Everybody needs to find their own investments that they're comfortable with and how much they're comfortable with doing and go with that. So since I'm on that subject, the usual disclaimer applies here. Make sure you pause the video and read it. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to do X, Y, or Z. Everything in the crypto industry is risky, and you just need to know how to manage and maintain your risk. Now, with that out of the way, I want to first start off with my channel. As you can see here at the top, I've reached 102 subscribers. Now, I know to a lot of you that's probably next to nothing, but I started off this YouTube journey just to kind of, I don't know, put my voice out there. I, to be honest, didn't really have a clue what I was doing and what direction I was going with. I think I remember even having a conversation with Nobody Crypto at one stage, discussing and just talking about YouTube and stuff and realizing, shit, I have no niche. Okay, I have no specific thing to talk about. And you know, over the weeks and month or so, I think I've been developing into two different parts, which is one sort of the crypto and Bitcoin kind of education side of things with with the Bitcoin basics playlist, but of course also various different passive income streams that you can also do with crypto. And of course, I know I'm probably going to be diversifying to something else because I don't stop there. But I just wanted to say, guys, thank you for subscribing, for everybody who has subscribed, and for all the likes and the comments and stuff. And if you haven't subscribed already, please keep subscribing. It really does mean a lot to me in the channel. And yeah, first of all, I just want to start off with the topic of what everybody is talking about right now in the space. Okay, and it's this. Ethereum gold. If you haven't been hiding under a rock and you've been watching my previous videos, you'll know that this has exploded. Okay, this is just rocketed up. I mean, as you can see now, we're over 3,060 Ethereum, okay, in the contract market cap. When I first got in, I think it was, 1,150. So it's just gone way up. We've hit this, massive wave, which we call the Oracle effect. I haven't optimized my screen for this, but it's great because you can see this nice big peak up here. We can call this a Loch Ness monster, right? So the first peak, the second peak, which was the first Oracle effect, and now we're on this one. Okay, it's growing, and this contract, this smart contract, is set to keep growing and growing. And I mean, just being part of their Telegram group and reading all the stuff that they've got to say about it as well, the community there is massive. Okay, they're very, very, very loyal to this contract, and that's exactly what something like this needs. This has the absolute potential to fly through these numbers, to get to 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10,000, which would mean, this dollar price that you'd be buying your gold tokens at, which is 185 at the moment, this could go up to $4 or $5 each. So for those of you out there that are thinking, oh shit, I've missed the boat, it's late for me, I'm going to wait for this to come back down, you could, and that is definitely one strategy you can think about. But think about this for a second. We're at 185. What if in 3 weeks time this doesn't go down? We don't have that correction that you're hoping for. What if this in 3 weeks time, you look at it, is $4? Are you going to be a bit pissed that you didn't get in it? I would. All right. And that's why, I mean, I went in on this originally with 5 ETH, and I then topped up almost the next day because I thought, what a stupid idiot I was. Put more in, and I went in 10 ETH. And as you can see here already, you know, I've got over 10.2 in gold tokens, plus almost 2.4 in total dividends. Okay. Now I'm not going to talk about the strategy that I'm using here, the Oracle strategy. If you want to watch that, you can watch any of my previous videos to do with Ethereum gold, as well as the Oracle's videos. He explains it incredibly well, as to his strategy that he's working with. And of course, you know, there are other strategies as well that you can do, like, you know, reinvesting often, but that's down to you. I'm not going to go into any of that today. I just want to talk about how amazing this platform is doing, or how amazing the smart contract, should I say, is doing. It's the safest thing in crypto I have seen, well, almost ever. Okay. You know, the words safe and crypto do not go in the same sentence usually, but in this case, you know, this is a smart contract, guys. It's fully verified, it's audited. If you need to take your ETH out for whatever reason, if any of these sites and their backup sites, which all the links are down below, by the way, guys, if any of those sites go down, you can still extract your Ethereum. You can still communicate with the contract and do whatever you can do on this front end of it. Okay, this is the face. Now, whether it's Ethereum Gold, whether it's Gandiji, okay, they're all the same thing, or even Gold Chip Fund, okay, whichever the face, it's the same brain behind it. Okay, it's the same smart contract that is running these different faces. Now, it could be because you prefer the aesthetics of one to the other, or it could be because you know, I've heard some people say that this could seem a bit too ethnic for people, you know, whatever. It's a bunch of numbers. You know, who cares? As long as it's making money and you're doing the right things and you're gaining out of it, then who the fuck cares what it looks like? Okay. For myself, you know, when I first looked into this, thanks to the Oracle bringing it to my attention, back, what was it, 6-7 days ago, this was the first thing that I saw. And then I realized obviously straight away that it was Gandiji, but I'm quite used to this layout as well, just because of the DApp wars we were in last year. And I just enjoy looking at this. For my eyes, it's a lot more user friendly, but the point still remains. It's all the same. All right. It's all the same contract. Nothing changes. So yeah, this is my, I would say, you know, mid to long term game. Okay. When it comes to crypto, it's not something that I'm going to be withdrawing tomorrow. Okay. The strategy that I am using, okay, which is the Oracle strategy, is once this number, which as you can see, we're not far off already, you know, I'm a quarter of the way there. Once this number gets to 10, at that point, I can choose to withdraw this 10 ETH, which would mean my initial investment that I put in the 10 ETH is still in there. Okay. And that will just become a perpetual money machine. Just keep making more ETH and more ETH in dividends as more people buy and sell their tokens. Or I might choose to, I don't know, reinvest half of it and pull the other half out. Who knows what I'm going to do? You know, I don't want to talk about how I'm going to play that when the time comes, just because it all depends on, you know, what the price is, where we're at with it, and a whole host of things. But, you know, the strategy is the same. I'm not reinvesting. Okay, I'm waiting for this to get to 10 or close to it, and then I'm going to decide what we're going to be doing. And of course, you will be seeing that in a future video. So yeah, that's Ethereum Gold, guys. For me, it's my number one. These are not in any particular order, by the way, but for me, this is my number one. That's why I wanted to talk about it first. Now, the next one is EtherChain. Oh, I was just kidding. I knew this shit was already like this. So, EtherChain. If you follow my channel and you saw my 2 videos that I did on EtherChain when it first started, or when I first got into the contract, then you will know that I haven't really done any updates on it. And the reason why I haven't done any updates on it is, well, because of this. Okay, I don't want to do a video just to say it's down and, you know, whatever is happening by the devs and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to wait for this to resolve itself one way or another. But just as an update for you guys who have used my referral link, in fact, I think there was one. Okay, I had someone use my referral link. So to you and to anyone else who's actually in EtherChain, basically, from what I understand, it's maintenance that it's doing, changing the code because there was just something that they weren't happy with. And once they change that code, then it all gets updated and it all comes back on live. I think there will be some extra functionality to it, and they will then work on getting it verified. Now, one of the biggest things about this particular smart contract is that it isn't verified, okay? Which means if the site goes down, okay, right, prime example, and it doesn't come back, then my 2 ETH that I invested into it is gone. Now, you know, when I first looked at EtherChain and I knew, you know, there was different aspects about it, like not being verified and stuff, that was why I decided not to go in too heavy with it. I only chucked in a couple of ETH just to sort of, you know, well, be in it, right? And that could have been a good play for me looking back. And of course, with the whole thing of Ethereum Gold blowing up, I haven't really been looking at this and I haven't really been too fussed. But they do have a Telegram group and they...
It's all a mystery to me.
Fuck off, Siri. Jesus. So going to EtherChain's smart Telegram group, the update is the contract statistics and data have apparently been successfully synchronized. They're now moving all the users and structure to the new contract. The transaction time is a bit slower than they anticipated due to heavy traffic in blockchain. So it seems that they will be going over time, which they apologize for. Now, I know if I'm running late for something like an appointment, I blame it on the traffic. I'm not saying that they're just doing that and it's an excuse. I'm just saying we can only transfer a certain amount of data in one transaction and we cannot do multiple transactions at once. We need to complete one after the other. Other than the delay in time, everything, the transition is working perfectly and so on and so forth. So, you know, that's the latest update they've got. If you are in EtherChain or if you just want to be updated or you just want to wait till it does get verified, then, you know, you can always add them on your Telegram group. Or, you know, watch any of the YouTubers that are talking about EtherChain at the moment, you know, like Crypto Don. And yeah, just keep an eye out for it. I am, because obviously I don't want to just lose 2 ETH. I'm going to keep a close eye on it. Other than that, I'm not going to talk too much more about EtherChain just because, well, there's not a hell of a lot to talk about other than what we can see here. Okay, it's not verified yet. There's a lot of talk out there because it isn't verified. And yeah, I get it. I don't like that it's not verified. And, you know, I've got nowhere near the amount of faith that I have in this, okay, regardless of whatever face you're looking at, than I have in this, okay. Part of me, you know, I do think that they're genuine, and, you know, the developer is, you know, being constantly, you know, is constantly updating everybody and everything else. But until it's verified, guys, it's a website with a Bitcoin or Ethereum address, and they say send me the money, and they give you a promise. So, you know, let's just wait and see, guys. I mean, like I said, I'm in it. I'm hoping that this does come back and it does get verified and we've got something else great on the scene. So that's EtherChain. At the moment, it's on pause. Lastly, the last one I'm going to really talk about today is CASHFX. I'm not going to go into too much detail of CASHFX because it requires its own video, and to be honest, I'll just direct you to that video now. It's in the top right corner of your screen in the card section, where I've done a more full review on it and discussion about it. But it's great, and the reason why I say it's great is because it hasn't let me down. Every single Saturday I get a payout like clockwork. Yes, okay, there might be a couple of weeks where the payout might take a bit longer than usual. Are they slowing down? Personally, I think yes. Does that mean that they're going to be over and gone next week or next month? No. This could last for another year. Do I recommend you to get in it? Well, it depends. You know, if you're looking to diversify and you've got certain funds that you want to manage and maintain the risk, then go for it. This is definitely a contender, only because I know it's worked great for me. As I've called it in my previous videos, it's a dripper. It drips me a constant income every single week. I'm not looking into the future with this thing. It just does its job. At some point soon, I think in the next month or two, I'm going to need to decide whether I'm going to reinvest into CASHFX. And when I make that decision, I'll be updating you guys. But at the moment, like I said, I can't knock it. It's working, but I'm not going to go into it any more than that. I just wanted to mention that is the other platform that I'm in at the moment. And yeah, I can't knock it right now. It's working and it does its job. So recapping so far, we have, for me, the absolute #1 winner. I'm super excited about this, as you can already tell. I've done 4 videos on Ethereum Gold solely already. Even on the last one, I had quite a bit of the team from Gandhiji join in on the video chat, answering questions as well, which was really cool. Thanks a lot for that, guys, by the way. And yeah, it's just an awesome smart contract and it's future proof. The one thing that I need to say as well, this is only the beginning of the next DApp war, okay? By creating this new face to Gandhiji, okay, other dApps now and other smart contracts are going to start popping up all over the place, and they're going to want to take the limelight, and they'll most likely all look very similar to this, okay, just different colors and different icons and stuff. And some of them might be 20% dividend distribution in and 20% out, or 15 and 15, or whatever. And that's what happened last year. We had blue chip, black chip, red chip, green chip, ace wins. We had a whole host of them, okay? And if you're thinking, I'm going to look for the next new one to jump in early before anyone else, don't think that it's going to have the same traction as this does, guys. This has been going around since 2018. The community behind this is so strong. You're not going to get that with any of these new dApps or smart contracts, especially if you get some big YouTubers talking about it. They're already going to get in way before you, and they're the ones that are going to profit. So if you're the little guy, if you haven't got 50, 60 ETH that are going to go into something that you can believe in. And this is definitely a smart contract that you should believe in. So that's my opinions, that's my thoughts, that's my experiences, and that's my slogan for the day. Have a great week. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.